All right, welcome to Team Freestyle Performance. I'm the head coach, Sensei Will Jackson. What you just saw there was XMA, Extreme Martial Arts. Let me give you a little bit of background. So this particular program, Team Freestyle Performance, started in 2008, right? And to just go back a little bit farther before that, I started my coaching career with a student named Jacob Ellis. And eventually, we worked really hard. Eventually, he became a world champion in martial arts. And then I tried to take that same formula and I wanted to see if I could apply it to students that were a little bit younger, boys and girls. And my next student was Kaylin Whaley. And eventually she got really good. 4 years later, she was the #1 competitor in the world. And we wanted to see if we can take that and impart that system and bring it to many more students. So we started a team of individuals that compete and perform at the highest level. And 10 years later, we became world champions as a group and as a team. And that is the basic history of Team Freestyle Performance. Now, the reason why you're watching this video is because your child or yourself has been chosen to try out for our world-renowned performance team. Now, the first rule of Team Freestyle is we don't talk about Team Freestyle, right? There's a reason why you'll never hear me mention anything about Team Freestyle Performance during our regular classes. All right, so we don't talk about it during our regular classes. Now, it doesn't mean that this program is better. It means that it's different. The goals for Team Freestyle is for every student to become amongst the best martial artists in the world. So now, in our standard program, the goal is to earn your black belt. Now, earning your black belt is a more important goal. We want all of our students to earn their black belt. But if you are a special individual in terms of your work ethic, in terms of your talent, it's possible that you can become invited to try out for our world-renowned performance team. Just remember, the first rule of Team Freestyle is we don't talk about Team Freestyle. So if you have questions about Team Freestyle, if you have questions about our program, direct those questions directly to myself or any of my other head coaches. Now let's talk about the tryout process. So all of you that are watching, you've probably received a letter or you've talked to myself or one of my coaches individually, and you've been invited to go through the tryout process. Now what you have to do is you have to sign up for private lessons. The reason why you have to sign up for private lessons is because the curriculum for our Team Freestyle Performance program is radically different than our standard program. So you have to take some private lessons, learn the basic curriculum for the tryout process, and then once you feel like you've demonstrated some level of mastery of those skills, right, then you can participate in the tryout. Now, there's a minimum of 4 private lessons that you have to participate in if you wish to try out. Now, can you do more private lessons? Absolutely. You can do as many as you want. As it relates to the students that typically do this, we've had the entire spectrum of students participating in lessons. We have some students that just do the 4 minimum and do well. We have some students that do them every single week or do them several times a week and do everything they possibly can do to try to create the best possible conditions for success. We have the entire spectrum of students that participate with those lessons. But remember, the minimum is 4. So you have to do 4 private lessons to learn the basic curriculum, and then you'll be eligible to try out formally. Now, when are our tryouts? Our tryouts coincide with belt exams. So the week of belt exams, generally speaking, that Saturday is the day that we do the tryouts. So again, do your 4 lessons, practice every single day, practice that curriculum, get as good as you possibly can, and then be as prepared as possible for the actual tryout day. Now, when you show up to the tryouts, you should expect there to be several other students that are participating with you. The goal is to stand out, the goal is to be prepared, and the goal is to execute to the best of your ability under pressure. Now, my expectation is not that you are a finished product at the tryout. I'm looking for talent, I'm looking for coachability, I'm looking for growth, and I'm looking for capacity for growth, right? So the moral of the story is participate in your lessons, do a minimum of 4, but you can do it as many as you want, practice and get as good as you possibly can get to create the best possible conditions for success at the tryout.